What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We are back at Copart. That's right, we're getting back into the swing of things over here, man. All these road trips and travel around got me just, I'm ready to get back to Copart videos. So let's jump into this one today with number one on my list, a Beamer. We're gonna start off today with a 2009 BMW 750. Is it an IL or an LI? I can't remember. It's supposed to be a non-runner. That's not surprising. I have bid on this car a couple times. Whoever owns it they're just not willing to let it go. And it is a decent looking car. It's a very big car, guys. It's got hail damage, not anything that is so bad that it would make you not want to drive it, but it's worth mentioning. It does have some pretty decent hail damage. What is going on this side? What happened there? Ooh. Yeah, that can't be right. It's got Century tires. These are 19s, 275/40 19s on the back, 120,000 miles on the odometer. We got a Pirelli on the front. That's always a good sign when the tires are mismatched. What do we have over here? We have a Centurato, and then we have a Centurato here too. So maybe they just had a flat or something, you know? Or no, those are Pirellis? Wait a minute. Slow down. That's a Pirelli Centurato P7. I didn't realize those were Pirellis. I thought that was some aftermarket, you know, like brand. Okay, it's got Pirellis. She's got Pirellis all the way around and they match. Oh man. Yeah, okay. Let's take a look at the interior. Oh my goodness, this door, you guys probably you can't see on camera how big this door is. This is huge. The amount of leg room in this thing is absolutely insane. You step into this like you're in a minivan or something. Like, look at the amount of leg room here. Like, I could almost just stretch out. Oh, guys, this is it. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. I like this. I like this a lot. It's listed as a non-runner, though. I always come and check these out when I can. I have been bidding on this one, and like I said, they won't sell it to me for what I've been winning it for, but I don't always trust the listings when they say they're a non-runner. I really like to come out here, check things out for myself. She's got the key fob and the key. The interior looks really, really good. It smells really good, too. So, it's worth, I'm pretty sure these Beamers have a jump point under the hood. A lot of the Mercedes don't, but BMW is usually pretty good about, there you go, right there. Right there, yeah. There's your jump point. So what we'll do is we'll throw the booster pack on it. We'll see what she wants to do. Boy, she looks a little on the neglected side under the hood there. Yeah, twin turbo V8. What could possibly go wrong? I'll tell you what could go wrong, everything. Everything. This is a car that honestly most people, the average person like myself, should avoid. You should avoid these cars like the plague, like you would avoid an S600 or an S63. You know, oh, it's making some funky noises. Look, we got a CD player over here. All right, that's interesting. It's got the books. What do we got in here? I love exploring. I do. I love exploring the cars. What do we got? What do we got? Under here, oh, cell phone. Used to be for your cell phone. All right. Comfort Sport. Lots of buttons. Does show 119,000 miles on the clock, 120. All right. Well, in all fairness, though, okay, so it doesn't run, but can you guys, let me get you guys in. Can you see that gas gauge? I mean, is it not possible that it's just out of gas? I mean, it couldn't be that simple. It couldn't be, right? It couldn't be. No. Oh, it tried to run. It tried to run. It ran. It runs. She doesn't run well. let's roll this window down. Oh, she's making some god-awful noises. Oh, engine oil pressure low. Let's turn it off. Let's turn it off. Engine oil pressure too low. Stop carefully and stop engine. Risk of damage with continued driving. Call roadside assistance. Well, I did think that the engine was making some funny noises. I wonder if we can... I know there's no dipstick on this. Looks like the iDrive doesn't work either. No, the iDrive is not working at all. The iDrive does nothing. None of it. Nothing at all. Okay. Well, I guess that's that. I was really hoping that we could at least check the oil with the iDrive system and get an idea of maybe it's low on oil or out of oil. It could be one of those cars that... Oh, look at this. The wheel came back off the ground, so that's good. The suspension came up. I'll check for a dipstick. I already know there isn't one on this. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Whoa, where is all that coming from? Holy crap. Oh, no. Oh, no. It looks like a fork got in here or something. Or maybe they hit an animal. Maybe they hit an animal. Yeah, something came up in here and just broke. There's an oil line there. And there's the oil hose that's supposed to go to that line, and it's completely broken. There's hair all over here. So I'm guessing maybe they hit a deer or something, and it broke the oil line. Okay. The good news is, though, is that can be fixed. That can be fixed, assuming the engine isn't damaged. Obviously, as soon as I got the notification of low oil pressure, I shut her down. So I don't believe I caused any damage to it. But this tells me a little more about the car. And I think I'm going to go ahead and throw another bid on it. I do. I think I'm going to go ahead and throw another bid. Oh, you know what? I bet it's dead. I got to roll this window up. Did it die? It died. Great. I think I'm going to throw a bid on this one, guys. I'm willing to spend a little bit more on it now because it says it doesn't run. It does run. I know what's wrong with it. It's got a broken oil line underneath. That's easily fixed. I'm going to get this window up, and then we're going to move on to the next one. Next, it's another non-runner, 2005 GMC Envoy. But before we get to that, I saw this sitting over here, and I had to check. I was surprised that it's still here. It's that Jeep Cherokee that you guys loved. You guys loved seeing this, and every one of you told me that I should buy it. And I thought, okay, we'll see what it goes for. Guys, she is in pretty rough shape, but she's relatively low miles with 137,000 on the odometer. But the problem with it is it looks like it's been sitting for like 20 years, right? It's at $2,500 right now. It keeps selling over and over, and they just won't sell it. I don't know how much they think this thing is worth. But I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't pay $2,500 for that. Not me. So here we have a 2005 GMC Envoy listed as a non-runner, just like the BMW. You know, just because it's listed as a non-runner doesn't mean that it doesn't run. You got to come out here, check them out for yourself. 160,000 miles on the odometer. I don't know if this is a four-wheel drive or not. We'll find out here in just a second. It doesn't say, so that means it's probably a two-wheel drive. Probably a base model with cloth interior. It is. Very limited options here. How does it smell? It actually smells good. That's interesting. I didn't expect that. It didn't look like it would smell good. Somebody left the ignition on so that the battery would be dead. That's always really nice and thoughtful. You got to appreciate the people that do that. It does have a flat tire. It is pretty nasty in here, though, guys. It looks like there was a homicide committed up in here or something. I mean, it's just, ooh, it's pretty nasty. It's pretty nasty. It's got some Nexen Rodian HTX tires that look to be in pretty good shape. Well, that's a Goodyear. Never mind. Okay, and that tire's flat. Over here, what do we have? We have another Goodyear, and a Goodyear. So we got 3 Goodyears. They look to be in pretty decent condition, and then that one over there is just flat. The paint, it's hard to see, but the paint is cracked all across the hood. The whole hood, the paint is cracked. So inevitably that paint will come off. Oh, wow, that is heavy. All right, she's got spider webs under the hood. That's always a great sign. That tells me that, you know, it was daily driven up until recently and very well cared for. What we got up there? We got a helicopter. We got a chopper. Chopper, Huey. I think they used to call them Hueys back in the 80s. All right. Let's throw a jump on her. And let's see. It has been my experience, specifically with these Envoys, these things all the time are listed as non-runners. I don't know why it is, but they're always listed as non-runners. And there's only been like one time that I've come out here and I couldn't get one running. So, all right, here we go. Stay on there. I think it might have something to do with how difficult it is to get a jump pack on those little bitty side posts. Once you've done it 100,000 times, it's like second nature, but okay, let's see. Moment of truth. Does it really not run? Or is it going to fire up? Oh. Okay. Well, we don't need to go any further with that, do we? Yeah. I know that sound. Let's try it one more time, just in case it's a starter dragging. No, it's not a starter dragging. I heard the rods. Nope. That is, I guarantee you, that is a spun bearing. No point in going any further with this one. All we're doing is dragging down our booster pack that we still need to film all the other cars that we're going to be looking at. So, yeah, I see why it's been sitting. It's got oil, though. It does. It's got oil, so... Yeah, she just spun a rod bearing. Spun a rod. She spun a rod bearing. Yeah, so I would say, you know, if you feel like throwing an engine in it, there you go. Maybe you can get it cheap. You guys know me, though. I ain't trying to change an engine. No. No, thank you. Quick and easy. I guess we'll see what's next. Last on my list, a Fiat 500. Another one, yeah. I don't know. I got a thing for these. And when I see them pop up, I feel like we should just come check them out. This one's pretty rough. No odometer. Everything is cracked. Like, this thing looks like it's probably been sitting out in the sun for a very, very long time. The tag expired in 2020. So she's probably been sitting for a good couple of years, guys. Wow. Yeah, okay. Well, you know she's going to be dead. Let's pop the hood and put a jump on it. All right, she's there. Let's see what it does now, if anything. Maybe... Are you kidding me? She just wants to beep. Let's fix that. Okay. Alright. I know how to fix this. There you go. Problem solved. Problem solved. You want to be like that? That's fine. You can stay sitting here. Guys, it sounds to me like this one's got little to no compression. She didn't sound good at all. Timing belt motor? I'm going to guess probably. Let's take a look over here. Yep, timing belt engine. I don't see a sticker for a timing belt job. Looking under here as well. No, I don't see anything about a timing belt being done. So that leaves me wondering if maybe somebody popped the timing belt. She cranks, but she does not crank well at all. Now, I'll be honest with you, these cars, they're not worth anything. They don't sell for anything. Even on the retail side, and one that's this rough. This one's pretty rough, guys. It's got a nice brown interior. I actually really like the brown. It doesn't match this bluish, almost purple color really at all, but I like it. I like the brown interior, and I think the paint color on the body is pretty nice too. There's a reason it's been parked for 2 years, guys, and I'm gonna say it's because of that right there. Oh well, it's got a nice set of tires. I'm sure if you wash it, the paint will come back pretty decent. These vinyl decals you'd need to take off. These things are absolutely horrible. They're in really bad condition. The driver's seat's in pretty rough shape too. Cracked and separating at the seams and everything. And you throw into that she probably needs an engine. I don't know for sure, but I would guess this is probably an interference motor. And what are you left with, guys? Yeah, nothing. All right, I guess that's it. We're done. Short, sweet, and to the point. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. Let me know you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel. If you're not currently subscribed, I would truly appreciate it. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.